Hello, how are you? Welcome to today's lesson. Today I want us to learn mathematics. And before we start learning mathematics, I would like us to at least list down prime numbers between 1 and 20. Prime numbers between 1 and 20. I believe you can list them down as I give you time to do, and then I will mention them, and then you will check on your list if they are correct. Just list them. Go ahead and list down prime numbers between 1 and 20. Remember, prime numbers are numbers that have only two divisors, 1 and itself. 1 and itself. Those are prime numbers. All right. Prime numbers between 1 and 20. Prime numbers between 1 and 20 is, we start with 2. 2 is the first prime number. Of course, 3, we come to 5, then we come to 7, we come to 11, we come to 13, we come to 17, and then we come to 19. These are the prime numbers between 1 and 20. The prime numbers between 1 and 20. Again, I repeat: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. Now, among these, we have the ones between 1 and 10. Between 1 and 10 are 2, 3, 5, and 7. Then between 10 and 20, we also have 4, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So as you memorize the prime numbers, always be able to know that there are 4 prime numbers between 1 and 10, and 4 prime numbers between 10 and 20. I hope that one has brought you back to our learning. Welcome again. Today we are continuing with volume. We are continuing with volume, boys and girls. And the other time we learned volume, we learned volume in cubic meters. Here, cubic meters. And we converted 1 cubic meter is equal to 1 million cubic centimeters. 1 cubic meter is equals to 1 million cubic centimeters. I hope you can remember this. We also remember the formula of finding volume of a cuboid. Volume of a cuboid. Let me write here: of a cuboid. Cuboid is the same as a rectangular box. Cuboid is the same as a rectangular box. So volume of a cuboid is denoted by length multiplied by width multiplied by height. That is the volume of a cuboid. We can also remember the volume of a cube. A cube. We can also remember the volume of a cube. Volume of a cube is denoted by length times length times length, or side times side times side. We can remember these from the last lesson, the conversion of the units of volume and the formulae, these two formulae here. Yes, today we are solving problems involving volume. We are solving problems involving volume. And I have some illustrations that are derived from these questions here. And before we do that, I just want to remind you that we will constantly use this formulae. We will constantly use this formulae in solving problems involving volumes. And so the formula is very important. I want to call upon all the pupils to master the formula and master how they are used. Thank you. Let's go to the illustration number 1. Allow me to rub here because it will be vital. Keep your working space clean. Please work out in pencil to avoid dirtifying your book. Now the question number 1 is here, boys and girls. The volume of a rectangular box is 504 cubic centimeters. If its length is 9 centimeters and its width is 7 centimeters, what is its height? I want to repeat the question. The volume of a rectangular box is 504 cubic centimeters. If its length is 9 centimeters and its width is 7 centimeters, what is its height? Now, I have managed to break down the question for you to be able to understand very easily. We have been given in the question the volume. We have been given the length and we have been given the width. And so I have extracted this information from the question and put it here in a simple way so that you be able to know what you've been given in the question. Boys and girls, we are used to finding volume, but here we are not finding volume. We are going to find the height. I hope you do understand that. And that's why I have put a question mark against the height. Right. Now let's look at how we can use the formula to work out this sum. Now the formula of finding the volume of a cuboid, we say it's length multiplied by width multiplied by height. Boys and girls, whenever we want to find volume, whenever we are asked to find volume, we use this formula to find the volume. But in this question, we are not asked to find volume, right? In a formula, the subject matter must be on the left-hand side of the equal sign. Yes? Yes, and what we are finding must be on the right-hand side of the equal sign. So here, in this formula, volume is on the left-hand side. Yet, it is not what we are being asked to find. And so, we interchange so that we make length times width times height as the subject matter, then we equate it to volume. Why? Because what we are finding is height, and height is here. It should be on the left-hand side. It should be the subject matter, right? And so let us substitute what we have. What is the volume? What is the length? The length is 9 centimeters. And what is the width? The width is 7 centimeters. And what is the height? No. So, what do? We write H to represent the height. We are not given. And so, what is the volume? The volume is 504 cubic centimeters. 504 cubic centimeters. Can we be able to understand that? Remember, we made length times width times height the subject of the statement, and we equated it to volume. Because what we are looking for must be on the left-hand side of the equal sign. What we have must be on the right-hand side of the equal sign. Then we have replaced length by its value. The value of the length is 9. The value of the width is 7. H will remain H because we don't have its value. So let's now carry out the calculation. Now we are solving for height. Remember, we are solving problems. So we are solving for height. So we multiply 7 by 9. 9 multiplied by 7 centimeters. Charts. Give me the answer. 9 multiplied by 7 centimeters. Wonderful, Charles. Can we clap for Charles? Very good. 9 multiplied by 7 is 63. So we write here 63 centimeters squared multiplied by height is equal to 504 cubic centimeters. There we are. There we are. Let us forget about the centimeter a little bit. Let us forget about the centimeter a little bit. And take 63 times h. 63 times h. What does algebra tell us? When we multiply a number by an unknown number. Right? So this is 63 times h. Isaiah Buka, please tell me, 63 times h equals to what? Beautiful. Can we clap for Isaiah? 63 times h is 63h. Becomes 63h. We say it's equal to 504. Now, we have 63h equal to 504. We want to be left with h on this side. H is attached, or h is related to 63 by multiplication. And so to remove it, and to remove 63, we must divide both sides by 63. This side by 63 and that side by 63. Right? And then we can cancel. 63 by 63 is 1. 63 by 63 is 1. So this side, we are remaining with h alone. We don't know what this is going to give us. We are supposed to divide. Let us divide at a separate place or space. 504 divided by 63. 504 divided by 63. We want to determine 63 multiplied by 8. Let's look at 63 multiplied by 8. Somebody multiply 63 by 8 for me. Somebody multiply 63 by 8 for me. Michelle, 63 multiplied by 8. Correct, Michelle. 63 multiplied by 8 is 504. Give her a clap. Thank you. So it is 8. And we get 504. When you subtract, that is 0, 0, 0. And so our answer is 8. So the value of h is 8 centimeters. The value of h is 8 centimeters. Boys and girls, I would like us to repeat and see what we did. That is the question as I read it earlier. Then, what did the teacher do? The teacher extracted some information from the question. What are we given in the question? We are given the volume. Class, what else are we given? Yes, we are given the length. What else, class? We are also given the width. What are we being asked to find? We are asked to find the height. Thank you. Now, what else did the teacher do? The teacher remembered the formula of finding the volume of a cuboid or a rectangular box. A rectangular box is in the shape of a cuboid. Volume of a cuboid is equal to length times width times height. But we are not looking for the volume. What are we looking for? It's for the height. And the height is on the other side. So we interchange. So that length times width times height is on the left side and volume on the right side. And then we substitute it. The value of length is 9. The value of height of width is 7. And height remains the same. The value of volume is 504 cubic centimeters. And this is how we did it and came to the right answer. Did you understand? Thank you. I'm glad you understood. Is there any question on this question, on this illustration? I hope you can do such a question if I gave you another one. Let's go to the next question. The volume of a rectangular tank. Now, box tank holding water is 2,431 cubic centimeters. If its width is 11 centimeters and its height is 13 centimeters, what is its length? What is its length? Again, just like I did here, I have extracted from the question what we have been given. We have been given the volume here, 2,431 cubic centimeters. We have been given the width, 11 centimeters. And we have been given the height, 13 centimeters. We are asked to find the length. Remember here we were asked to find the height. Boys and girls, this one we must do together because you already are familiar. Now again, because we are learning, I want you to remind me the formula of finding volume of a rectangular tank. Remember, a rectangular tank is in the shape of a cuboid. Yes? Who will remind me? Maxwell. Is he correct? Is Maxwell correct, class? Very well. That is correct. Clap for Maxwell. The formula of finding the volume of a rectangular tank or a cuboid is volume is equals to length multiplied by width multiplied by height. Boys and girls, clearly we are not asked to find the volume. So we cannot use the formula the way it is. We must apply it, derive it. Say derive the formula. And so we are interchanging. We are saying length times width times height is equal to volume. Please follow me closely. And so we substitute. What is the value of the length? What is the value of the length? James. Very good. The value of the length is the value of not the length, sorry. The value of the width. Yes? Travis. The value of the width is 11 centimeters. So the length remains L and the width is 11 centimeters. What is the value of the height? What is the value of the height? Yes? Claudia. Claudia? Very well. The value of the height, as Claudia said, is 13 centimeters. 13 centimeters. And what is the value of the volume? What is the value of the volume? Who is there? Who is that bending down? Sit upright, James, and tell us the value of the volume. Very well. The value of the volume is 2,431. 2,431 cubic centimeters. Boys and girls, now I want us to do the operation. Please calculate for me. Calculate for me 11 multiplied by 13. 11 multiplied by 13. I am waiting for the answer, Sylvia. I'm waiting for the answer, Sylvia. Is that correct, class? Let us prove it if it's correct. 13 multiplied by 11, we arrange it vertically. 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. We put here 0. 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. And 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. And then we add. That is 3. This is 4. And that one is 1. Hey, clap for Sylvia. She got it right. So the answer here is L multiplied by 143 centimeters square is equal to 2,431 cubic centimeters. Now, the rule is, yes, the rule is, Sharon, the rule is when you're multiplying an unknown number by a known number, correct, Sharon? The answer is 143L equals to 2,431. And so, we divide both sides by 143. Somebody would be calculating. Somebody would be calculating. Just calculate as I also calculate, and I'll choose who to give me the right answer. Please don't look at the blackboard. It's bad to steal an exam. Don't look at the blackboard. As I calculate, you must be calculating. And then you be patient. Continue, please. Who has got it right? Somebody has got it right? The teacher has got it, but he's going to grab it very quickly so that you don't get it. Who has the answer? Adriana, who has the answer? Do you have the answer? Clap for Adriana. That is 17. Now, those who did not get it right, please work out and you'll get it right. So by 143 ones, by 143 ones, by 143 ones, by 143, 17. And the length here now is going to be 17 centimeters. I hope you have understood. Please follow it up. Such a sum, you don't simplify by cancelling before you confirm using the long division method. Thank you. And the third illustration, and the last one probably today, is this question. The volume of a rectangular box is 75 cubic meters. It has a square base, and I want you to underline the word square. Square base. That's very important. It has a square base of side 5 meters. What is its height? What is its height? Now again, the teacher has extracted some information from the question. What are we given? Here, we are given the volume, 75 cubic meters. We are given the side of the square base, 5 meters. We are asked to find the height. We are asked to find the height. This is where we are now. We are asked to find the height. Look at what you're given. You're given only 2 things. And then I know people must be freezing. How are we going to get this? But be of good cheer, because I'm going to give you the solution now. I am the solution. You must believe in your teacher. Believe in your teacher. Let's come here. What is the formula of finding the volume of a rectangular box? What is the formula of finding the volume of a rectangular box? Trickster. Trickster, you are really talking or chatting with Mark Musembi. Please be very careful. Be very careful. Be attentive as I teach. So tell me, what is the volume, Trickster? Wonderful. Thank you. Clap for Trickster. The volume of finding the formula of finding the volume of a rectangular box is volume is equals to length times width times height. Now, I want you to focus here. Focus here. Length times width. Somebody help me here. Length times width alone. Don't include the height. Length times width is the formula of finding what? Somebody. Michelle Anindo. Yes? Michelle is confused, cannot be able to answer that because she was busy in her locker. Can she be helped with John Wayne? John Wayne, help your sister. Very well. Length times width is the formula of finding area of a rectangle. Area of a rectangle. This one alone. Area of a rectangle. That one alone is for finding area of a rectangle. But look at this. The base is a square and not a rectangle. What would we say? Instead of length times width, it would be length times length. Because if it's a square, then the sides are equal. The sides of the square base are equal. I want to scribble something here. I want to draw a sketch. That could be the diagram I'm talking about. That could be the diagram I'm talking about. And then it is marked that way. And then you say the side is 5 centimeters. So that means this side is also 5 centimeters. Let's complete it now. Let's complete it now. That is a beautiful square-based rectangular box. How do we say it's a square-based? Because these sides are equal. These marks show that the base is a square-based. Correct? And so, what are we going to do? Still, we are interchanging. We are interchanging the formula. So we will say length times length times height, boys and girls, is equals to volume. Now our length here is 5 centimeters times 5 centimeters times height is equals to the volume, which is 75. It's not centimeters, sorry, it's meters. It's meters. Sorry, it's meters. Sorry, I beg your pardon. It's cubic meters. So 5 multiplied by 5. What is 5 multiplied by 5? Ibrahim. Correct. Clap for Ibrahim. 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. So this 25 meters multiplied by h is equals to 75 cubic meters. Again, when we are multiplying that, Michelle Shimuli. Thank you. It is 25h. 25h is equals to 75 cubic meters. So we divide both sides by 25. Boys and girls, allow me to do this very quickly because of time. By 5. By 25 ones. By 25 ones. What number do we multiply by 25 to get 75? Somebody help me here. I need help. Omondi Collins. I forgot you in class. I'm so glad to see you. Thank you. That is by 25 ones and by 25 3 times. So height here is equals to 3 meters. I hope you have understood, boys and girls. That's exactly what I wanted to explain. Have you understood? Do you have any question, boys and girls? Because I have some assignment for you. If you don't ask, I will ask. Did you understand? What is the formula of finding the volume of a cube? A cube. What's the formula of finding the volume of a cube? Let me see the hands that are up. Oh, Shama. Thank you. It's length times length times length. Very good. Very good. Now, let's get to some homework. And I would like you to do for me some homework here, boys and girls. Practice exercise 6.1. I hope it is clear on the camera from number 1 all the way to number 10. All the way to number 10. So the whole of this page, that is your work today. Thank you, boys and girls. Once again, remember the first 4 prime numbers. 2. Can you mention? 2, 3, 5, 7. The next 4, 11, 13, 17, and 19. Take that home today. I'm so glad I have taught you, and I'm so glad that you understood, and you're going to answer the questions correctly. Catch you later. Bye-bye.